Got a car question you need answered? Send it to Naked Wheel Talk every Thursday on 947 Drive with Tando. Msizi James tackles your car questions with help from Naked's experts to help you make smarter decisions about your ride. Post your questions on 947's Facebook or X page. Naked Wheel Talk every Thursday on 947 Drive with Tando.
38 minutes after 4 o'clock, it's Naked Wheel Talk on 947 Drive with Tando. Cover your car, your home, and stuff in seconds. Get naked.
Yep, Naked Insurance app is the app that gives South Africans all the cover with none of the hassle. I'm talking about instant comprehensive car insurance cover, fast, easier claims, 24/7 roadside assistance, and of course, lower premiums. Visit naked.insure right now. Get a quote in 90 seconds and see how much you'll save. Cover your car, your home, and stuff. Get naked. Naked Financial Technology is an authorized FSP. I thought today we would switch it up.
Yeah, our parents aren't here, so we can just have a chat on our own.
Exactly. I thought we'd switch it up and have a conversation about almost buying, or perhaps you did buy a dud car. We all know somebody.
What's a dud car?
So a car that you thought, you know what, this thing looks great. You know, some friend of yours sold it or some dodgy dealership sold it to you and it looked great and the papers looked great. And then you took this car home and you realized, oh, this is why it was priced like this.
Okay. Look, I'm fortunate that that's never happened to me. I think my very first car was a Ford Fiesta, and I had my cousin uncle come and buy it with me.
Okay.
So he was able to properly advise. If I remember properly, it had something like 80,000 kilometers on the clock.
All right.
It was also like 80,000 rands. And the car was fantastic. He bought it cash and then I paid him back in installments. And then my second car was a Mini Cooper, which was like the first car I bought properly myself.
Rich.
And again, no, it was a second-hand car. It was a red convertible Mini Cooper.
Rich.
It was like the car of my dreams.
Yeah.
And again, wasn't a dad. I drove that car until I was ready to move on to something bigger.
Well, you're very lucky because that's not always the case for most of us. I remember about 3 years ago, my wife and I wanted a big family car, right? And we saw, I'm not going to mention where we saw it, but we saw this Range Rover. And we were like, okay, it's actually priced perfectly. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, Range Rover, it's actually a bit too cheap. But we're like, we've saved up, we'll buy this thing cash. So then we drive.
But look, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is, right?
We drive down to the south where this car is. That should have been my first warning.
No, please leave us alone. For people from the south, leave us alone.
I get to this dealership place where they're selling the car, right? As we walk in, I see the car on the lot and I'm like, why is it so low? All right, it's a Range Rover.
Wait, did they not maybe drop the suspension?
That was my thought.
You said the south.
Literally, I was like, you know what? You know, in the south, they buy lanes.
Yeah.
They'll put suspension there. They'll drop the thing, subwoofer, whatever.
Some rims.
So I get in with the guy from the dealership. As I start the car, all I hear is...
Oh,
and he
no.
goes, don't worry, my brother. That thing will sort out. It's just the exhaust pipe. We'll put a new one. All good. Take it for a test drive. Turns out the reason it was so cheap is that it had no suspension at all. So I was going to buy this Range Rover that was going to cost me legitimately more to get fixed than what it would have cost me to buy.
I mean, are they not obliged to tell you all of that, to declare the problems of the car?
No.
Hectic.
No, because it wasn't like you're buying it straight from Range Rover themselves. It was going to be a pre-owned thing, and it was one of those quick deals, and I'm so glad I didn't. But I know people in my life who've gone on and bought those cars.
Yeah, of course, because I mean, the idea is anyone who's trying to sell a car is just trying to get rid of the car as quickly as they possibly can. They'll, make sure it's shining, but then the inside is not as good as the outside.
Yeah.
Or you get in and things don't work, but it's a test drive.
I met another guy in Rudaport. I'm so silly. This is years ago. I went to Facebook Marketplace.
To buy a car?
Yeah. Cars for sale. Facebook Marketplace. I meet this guy at a garage in Rudaport. Once again with my wife. She wanted it. So we're like, okay, let's take it for a test drive. Thank my Lord and Savior, I did not go ahead with that deal because I could tell that this was the type of car that was going to be a fix-me-upper for the rest of my life.
And here's the thing, also, like, cars are such emotional buys that if you fall in love with it just at first sight, you sort of overlook all the other problems that you should be looking at. So maybe you've fallen victim and bought a dud of a car. We want to hear about it. We'll give you $1,000 courtesy of Naked Car Insurance. Cover your car, your home and stuff in seconds. Get naked. We're asking if you've bought a dud of a car. It's, it's what you ordered versus what you got.
Oh, and I know a lot of people have gotten their cars and only a month later you realize, oh yeah, the engine is a problem here.
There's also situations where people find out that their cars have been in like major accidents and they've not been declared as such.
Even that BMW that I'm always complaining about.
Yeah.
And it was from the dealership. Straight there, the dealership is where I got it. When I tried to sell it, when I was getting rid of it, they said, no, we can see to the naked eye, we can't tell as human beings. When I took it to the place to go sell it, they're like, no, we can see in the front this is being replaced.
And you didn't know this.
I said, I got it directly from the dealership. What are you talking about?
And then, did you go back to the dealership to investigate?
Yes, there was big fights with the dealership.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was all sorted out because it wasn't brand new when I bought it. It was a demo.
Okay.
So obviously, they just didn't disclose certain things.
Danny, good afternoon. Danny?
Yes, hi.
Hi, talk to us.
So you're right when you say buying a car is emotional. I had been in a very bad car accident. My car was written off, and I went to the same place that
From CZ
we're going to go. Yes, sir. And after getting the car, I think I got it in October, 17th of October. By 2.5 weeks later, it was making a very loud noise. They made me take to 2 different places saying, it's just something small. Meanwhile, there was a major fault with the transmission, automatic transmission. They ended up having to give me a full refund, which I got back in January. And I went to a property dealership in February to get an actual car from I just spent more money. It was heartbreaking. I was in tears.
I'm sure.
When I had to take the car back.
Also,
Because it's very emotional.
What a terrible, terrible process to have to go through. Also, it's such a big buy that wherever it is that you go, you trust that the person has the best intention. But we're learning that that's not always the case.
Because all those cars say Durka. Is it Durka? Is that what it's called? Dekra,
approved or whatever.
Tekra, approved. And you think, okay, it must be fine.
Yeah, Danny, thank you so much for the call. Dane, good afternoon. Dane? Oh, Danae. Sorry. Danae, how are you doing? Fantastic.
I'm glad
she was
Danae-
like, I am not responding to Dane. I am Danae. Talk to us, Danae.
Yeah, so my husband, he bought a vehicle from one of those known car dealerships. His possession of the vehicle, it had a clear DECRA report, everything was good. Come to find out that the vehicle had actually been in a major accident and it wasn't declared on the report. So the report was completely false. So it was a big fight then to take the vehicle back. And after weeks and weeks on end of fighting, they eventually took the vehicle back, and then it was fighting to get a refund. And once he got a refund, he realized that during this time when he was fighting for his refund, they were driving the car all over.
Oh, my goodness.
Getting fines on top of fines on top of fines, and all those fines were coming to my husband's name.
Oh, that's why you have to be careful where you make this big purchase, right? Because it's one of, you only do it a couple of times in your lifetime.
Yeah.
So when you do make the purchase, it might be worth, not taking shortcuts. Joy, you're the final caller. Talk to us.
Hi, Tando.
Hi,
Thank
Joy.
you. This time on radio.
Yes,
Come
Joy,
on,
come on. You bring so much joy in our lives. Joy, talk to us.
All right. I actually bought the car for my own brother. And I paid cash, and then I had to send somebody to go fetch it from Limpopo. On their way back, the car started malfunctioning. There was water coming out of the car, and then I called my brother. Then he said, no, it's a minor thing. Okay, I took it home. Then he said, no, I must just take it to the garage that he bought it in Pretoria. I took the car to the Pretoria, and then when I got there, that guy looked at me in my eyes and said, is this your real brother who did this to you?
And, what's your relationship with him like now?
Okay, we fought. And I had to ask for my money back. I only got it after 2 years. Then after that, I think it took us like 4 years without talking to each other.
Yeah.
Only now I've forgiven him.
No, which completely makes sense because, that's really a break of trust, right? You don't imagine your brother would do that to you. Sure. Joy, thank you for sharing your story. We'll give you 1,000 rands.
First time caller!
Come on. It's all courtesy of Naked. Congratulations, Joy. Enjoy it. Hopefully it brings you a little bit of joy. What a terrible story.
Yo.
Like the one person that you trust not to do that to you. Anyway, Naked Real Talk on 947 Drive with Tando, powered by Naked, the easy insurance app that gives South Africans instant comprehensive car cover at lower premiums. You can visit naked.insure now and get a quote in 90 seconds. See how much you'll save.
Hey! Mcz James tackles your car questions with help from Naked's experts to help you make smarter decisions about your ride. Post your questions on 947's Facebook or X page. Naked Wheel Talk, every Thursday on 947 Drive with Tando.